The name Renan Ferreira is not well known among casual MMA fans yet, but that doesn't stop this heavyweight Goliath from dismantling his opponents in the most brutal manner.
Overhand right for Sheffield, drop with the left hook! Oh, right hand! Oh, another one!
But as fight fans know, physical gifts alone are rarely enough to compete at the highest levels. With a 13-3 record, 11 knockouts, and standing at 6'8" with an 85-inch reach, the Brazilian poses a formidable challenge to any heavyweight on the planet. A challenge that could pose a serious threat to 38-year-old Francis Ngannou.
So this dude is the dude that Francis is gonna fight. Renan Ferreira. So it's just like the timing of that right hand, like that's elite, man.
He's 6'8".
He's a big fella.
Not an easy fight for
Not
Francis.
an easy fight. That's what I'm saying. And there's a lot on the line. And
7 people
also
can watch.
You're coming off of a knockout.
After suffering a devastating knockout loss to Anthony Joshua in March, another defeat of the same kind could spell the end of his career, as we've seen before. As the two giants are set to collide inside the cage, and Renan Ferreira has the opportunity of a lifetime to cement his legacy, we take a deeper dive into the life and career of the man they call Problema. Born in Porangatu, Brazil, Ferreira's path to mixed martial arts was unlike that of most fighters. Rather than starting at a young age, his journey began in 2013 through a social project in Brasilia, aimed at providing opportunities for underprivileged children. At the time, Renan was juggling jobs as a security guard and construction worker when he made the risky but bold decision to move to Rio and train with the Nogueira brothers. It would turn out to be the best decision of his life.
And I know that you've trained extensively with the Nogueira brothers. Is there any memories from training with them that particularly stand out?
Em 2016, na Nogueira, conhecer eles pessoalmente, ver assim que eles era a grandeza que eles é. E a humildade que eles têm, então isso me impactou bastante e me fez continuar e me motivou muito.
At first glance, moving to Rio, started training at Team Nogueira, meeting them and understanding how you could be that big and that legendary but also that humble was something that stuck with me, and it's something I keep very close.
He made the transition to professional MMA in 2013. Between 2013 and 2017, he compiled a 5-1 record on the regional circuit, with all 5 victories coming by way of knockout. His final bout before breaking into the big leagues was against UFC veteran Jared Vandeira. After flooring Vandeira in the second round, he sealed the victory with relentless ground and pound and catapulted himself into mainstream MMA. The call from the PFL came in 2021, and right away, he was matched against MMA legend Fabricio Verdum, a former UFC champion and one of the greatest heavyweights in history. 12 seconds into the first round, Verdum got the big Brazilian to the mat. 2 minutes into the fight, Verdum caught Ferreira in a triangle choke. Ferreira managed to escape the gnarly position and started unleashing punches of his own to seal the deal. However, it was clear afterwards that Ferreira tapped to a submission.
Behind his knee, he's got the right angle to put those pressures on. It looked like that right hand tapped the shoulder for a couple seconds there, Randy.
A few days later, the bout would be overturned to a no contest by the New Jersey State Athletic Commission. His next opponent would be Carl Seumanutafa. Despite having a 12-12 record, the Samoan proved to be a solid test for the big Brazilian, surviving an onslaught of hammer fists and ground and pound from the bottom position for nearly a whole round. In the second round, Seumanutafa got dropped, and once again, the giant Brazilian swarmed him with punches and nearly submitted the Samoan with an arm triangle towards the end of the round. In the third, Seumanutafa went for a takedown and managed to keep Ferreira on the mat for the duration of the round. However, it was a little too late. Renan was looking to make a statement in his next fight and dispatched of British newcomer Stuart Austin within 30 seconds. A beautiful straight right down the middle, and it was sweet dreams for the debutant.
Damage from those two low kicks. Oh, that was the right hand. It's a 1-2, good night. Point. The jab not quite there. The right hand reaches longer as the hip comes forward.
Starting off the 2022 season, Ferreira faced Jamel the Beast Jones at PFL 2. Looking to keep the knockout streak going, the Brazilian didn't waste any time and dispatched of his opponent in less than 25 seconds. A brutal shin-to-chin collision and a barrage of ground shots rendered Jones unconscious. His next 3 fights, however, would not go as planned. Facing UFC veteran Klidson Abreu, the tall Brazilian struggled to overcome Abreu's experience and elite ground game, which proved too much to handle. His next fight was no walk in the park either, as he squared off against Croatian PFL veteran Ante Delia. Delia, who was trained by Croatian MMA legend Mirko Krokop, applied relentless pressure, pinning Ferreira against the cage before taking him down and finishing him with a barrage of ground and pound.
And now Renan Ferreira's turning up. Hammer fist and another trip to a championship bout.
Renan faced off against 11-2 Dagestani grappler Rizvan Kuniev. The Russian exploited Ferreira's weaknesses, dominating him for 3 rounds to secure a unanimous decision victory. After a 3-fight losing streak, his career appeared to be spiraling downward. The only silver lining was that 2 of those losses were overturned, as both opponents were caught using banned substances.
And I know it's been a great time for PFL. On the flip side, not such a good time as far as drug testing is concerned. That's crazy. What is it, like 10 or so fighters?
They've all been caught. Hopefully that sends a message to everybody that's doing it in here. And hopefully that's the end of it. And it's definitely something that's rife in our sport and it needs kicking out. It really does. You know, there's enough danger involved in this sport anyway. We don't need any more.
He wasn't about to let this define his career. The Brazilian dedicated himself to sharpening his skills, refining his striking, and perfecting his ground game, returning stronger than ever. His redemption arc would start with fellow countryman Matthias Scheffel. Ferreira's punches were fast and accurate. The two were trading punches until a perfectly timed left hook dropped Scheffel for the win.
Overhand right for Scheffel. Drop with the left hook.
Foi muito difícil para mim, mas assim, viemos para fazer o trabalho e travamos essa guerra aí, consegui sair com essa...
Ferreira continued his dominant run by facing the 6'7" Maurice Green, a teammate of John Jones and an 8-fight UFC veteran who appeared to be a tough challenge on paper. However, Ferreira had other plans. From the opening bell, he applied relentless pressure, using precise straight punches and well-timed kicks. A picture-perfect right hand put the New Yorker out of his misery. Even the GOAT himself offered praise for Ferreira's performance afterward.
I was telling him he has a very bright future. If he become champion of this organization, it wouldn't be much of a surprise. All the best. You fought well.
In the 2023 PFL tournament final, Ferreira faced Denis Goltsov, who entered the bout on a 5-fight win streak and was eager to claim the big prize. Despite Goltsov dominating the first round, Ferreira came out strong in the second, successfully defending a takedown and seizing the momentum with a barrage of combinations.
There's another. And another one. Oh, he's hurt. He's hurt.
The Russian fell, and Ferreira secured the PFL championship.
Tô te esperando. Vamos fazer essa luta.
I'm the new PFL heavyweight champion. Francis, I'm here. I'm waiting for you. Let's make this fight happen.
In his last bout, a showdown between Bellator and PFL champions, Ferreira went up against Bellator heavyweight champion Ryan Bader. Despite Bader's vast experience, Ferreira's size and pinpoint accuracy were too much, and Problema ended the fight in spectacular fashion. Watching from cage side, Francis Ngannou had a front row seat to the action, and the anticipation of a future clash began to build. Will Francis Ngannou reclaim his dominance and prove he's still the top dog in MMA? Or will Renan Ferreira continue building his legacy, solidifying his status as one of the most dangerous heavyweights in the world? The answer is coming soon.